Should the accused terrorist behind New York's deadliest attack since September the 11th, 2001 be considered an enemy combatant?
We would consider him to be an enemy combatant. I think the actions that he took certainly justify that.
Send him to Gitmo. I would certainly consider that, yes.
In a tweet, the president adding, New York City terrorist was happy as he asked to hang ISIS flag in his hospital room. He killed 8 people, badly injured 12, should get death penalty.
There you go. There's the tweet. Now here's the judge. Fox News senior judicial analyst, Napolitano. Judge, you liked the decision to Mirandize him yesterday?
It's not a question of whether I like it. It's a question of whether it's required by the Constitution. And though not everybody agrees on this, certainly the president doesn't agree, the Justice Department itself, the people working for Jeff Sessions, the federal prosecutors downtown, decided that under the law they needed to Mirandize him. And I'll tell you why. Because he was babbling away, because he wanted to talk to them. Even if the talking that he was that was coming out of his mouth was ISIS propaganda, they have to tell him, you have a right not to talk and you have a right to a lawyer. And as long as they say that and he manifests some understanding of it, then he can babble away all he wants.
At the top of the show, I said he was a resident. He's a U.S. legal resident, not citizen, which entitles him to certain constitutional protections, unfortunately.
Yes.
Thanks to the visa diversity program.
Okay. However he got in under this program, he has the same rights as American citizen except for 3. He can't vote, he can't run for office, and he can't have an American passport.
Right.
But in terms of the way he's treated with respect to due process, that is where the government wants his life or liberty, he has the same rights as the rest of us. Now, it's interesting the president said in the tweet, death penalty. If he's charged and tried in state court, there is no death penalty in New York. If he's charged and tried in federal court, consistent with the complaint filed against him by the FBI yesterday, there is a death penalty available in Terre Haute, Indiana, which is where the federal death penalty is administered.
So, Judge, even if there is an ongoing plot, we know that this guy knows stuff. He might be planning something else. He might be coordinating
might have been a dry
with ISIS.
run.
Exactly. He still has to be read his Miranda rights and is entitled to an attorney and doesn't have to talk?
Yes, the Supreme Court has made that very clear. Why? Because of what Justice Thomas told our colleague Laura Ingraham last night, and you just ran a few minutes ago. Because we're defending the Constitution, and the Constitution was written to protect the people we hate.
Right. And
the people we love don't need the protection.
Right. And the people that hate us and want to kill us, we actually treat them great. Here's what Lindsey Graham said.
Treat them constitutionally, and I know
they don't deserve it. No, it's not anger. It's not anger. It's self-preservation. He is an acting soldier of the caliphate. We should treat him as a soldier of the caliphate. The idea that America is not part of this battlefield is insane.
Who said that?
Senator Lindsey Graham, who spent 30 years as a JAG officer.
I have no quarrel with Senator Graham with respect to that statement. But if he really believes that, we should declare war on the caliphate, which we've not done, which would then make these people soldiers, which would then make them subject to the Geneva Convention, which would then remove them from the prosecutorial system.
How do we fight Al-Qaeda? What's our rationalization for fighting Al-Qaeda?
That they're trying to kill us.
These are the same people.
So just why doesn't Congress declare war? Look, we cannot take shortcuts around the Constitution. The NSA has, because they have the content of his iPhone, all the plots and plans.
They had it before.
All the things.
You don't know what else
They should have seen it.
They had it for weeks, but they have too much information.
Yes or no, will he get the death penalty?
The president said yes, and it's up to the Attorney General.
All right. Judge, thank you.
It's actually up to a jury, but it's up to the Attorney General to ask for it. It's certainly a death penalty case.
All right, more